Hello everybody, it will either be welcome back to our channel or hello again. It is now the following weekend from the clips that you would have just seen. Haven't actually managed to edit them just yet to find out how much footage we got, but I can't imagine that we've got enough for a whole video. So if we did, then happy days, this will be a new video. If we didn't, then this is just going to be a continuation of that previous video. So we are back at Lee Valley Velodrome again. Jack is racing his bike again in one of the criterium races, and we just thought that we'd bring you along with our weekend, because this whole week Jack's been on a training course, so he's been getting up and obviously getting back quite late. So, and obviously I've been working and we've just been generally really busy as per usual, but we're actually going to be going out for dinner tonight and potentially having a little mooch around IKEA, because there was an IKEA on the way home as well. So we actually left a little bit earlier than last time, and we didn't have to get fuel, so we didn't have to do any diversions or anything. So we managed to follow the sat nav for the whole journey and got here just after 1 o'clock. Managed to sign on, register the parking, all that jazz. Jack's got ready.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm just going to put my coat on and drop it on the start line.
Okay. Can you do that? So he has just obviously come back to get his coat because it's absolutely freezing today. As you can see, I've got my
Have another bit of water.
Yeah, can you sort your hood out, please?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Just 1 second. Hello. Hi. Hi and bye.
Hood?
Huh?
Hood.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
Bye, Scruff. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, basically we're just going to bring you along. I may or may not include any clips of the actual race because obviously it'd probably be quite boring and similar to the other clips. However, it is a slightly different race and there are different people today. So yeah, that's basically it. Just sort of check in, let you know what's happening. And yeah, it's cold, I've got my gloves and I'm just sitting in the truck until the last possible minute because I've got to stand up for the best part of an hour, and I just always find standing in the cold is no good for the bones and my back always hurts. But actually something that's been a little bit different this morning, the gym where we go to actually had the class that I do body combat on today as like a family and friends day. So I went and did that early doors this morning, went home, obviously had a wash, got changed, and then we hit the road. So we had pancakes this morning for breakfast with dates, prunes, a few raisins, maple syrup and a bit of banana. And like I said, we're probably going to go out for dinner, but it probably won't be dinner, it'll be more like a late lunch, early dinner at maybe like 3-4 o'clock, and then we'll just have something light tonight if anything. Really looking forward to it because I haven't been to Nando's since March. I think it was March, because we went out for dinner before one of my friend's birthdays and that was in March. So yeah, it's been a long time. And I love Nando's, and there is also a cinema next to Nando's, so we're just going to see where the day takes us basically. So hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, we'll check in with you in a bit. So there's quite a few people that look like Jack, so I've got to try and remember. I can see him obviously here, he's over there, but when they go round, because they all look pretty much the same. So it looks like a couple of people have started to do like a bit of a breakaway, so I think Jack's just trying to stay as close to them as he can without obviously burning out. So I think it's a group or like a club or something. They've got 4 or 5 riders, so obviously they all work together to try and win, obviously, because that's the tactic. So yeah, who knows? Okay, so it's bunched back up again, so Jack's just there, sitting with his little friend behind him, who he was speaking to before, who came last week. Looks like another one's either trying to get them to break away, or maybe he's just gone because he's fed up. Don't know. Yeah, something's obviously happening. We'll have to find out from Jack afterwards what this actually is, whether it's the same as last week or not, I don't know. This guy over here must be so cold because he's just going by himself. He's been dropped by the pack and he's just in shorts and a t-shirt and it is so cold. I think another one of them's just gone now, so Jack's on a mission. Again, I think I leave Ali's side from that person. I'm not sure what I find worse, car racing or bike racing. Really annoying. He's literally holding up the sign behind that building, so I can't even see how long they have left. God, I nearly missed that. This is actually Jack here, out on his own. I nearly missed him. He would have killed me. They're either going to have 4 or 2 laps left. Obviously, hopefully they ring the bell on the last lap, so I should know kind of after this lap where they're at. Go on, Jack! He says he can't hear me, but it just... Oh, right, they've got 1 lap to go. Okay. I might go back up the stairs in a sec, because I feel like he likes to get his sprint. But I'm going to try and get him to go past. Yeah, so this is the last lap. He's here out on his own. Go on, Jack! God, I feel so nervous for him. Obviously, he's going to be buzzing if he can hold it, which I'm sure he can. Here he is, he's coming here.
Hello everyone, it is Sunday morning. I am just having my coffee and banana before I go out for my Sunday club ride. So it's 6:45. Sun should be up about 7:10, so I'll be out the door then, and I'll be out for kind of 3-4 hours with the lads from the local club for the Sunday ride, which is always a highlight of my week, much to Corinne's disappointment, although she cleans the house when I'm out riding, so it kind of works quite well. Anyway, less waffling. Quick update about yesterday. So the dust has settled. It wasn't a dream. I did manage to win yesterday. Absolutely over the moon with that result. After the week before, where realistically I was very quite cagey and reserved, it kind of came back to bite me, and obviously missed all the moves where people went up the road and got a gap, and then was just in the main bunch kind of fighting for those last places, and I didn't really get very good positioning, so I was 5th out of the bunch, but that was 11th overall, which was quite disappointing. Even though I've stepped up a level now, it was still disappointing. So yesterday I turned up and thought, no, I'm going to be much more aggressive with how I ride and race, and follow all the moves when people try to attack off the front. Try and go with the moves. If there's a breakaway group, go with them, and see what's possible. I'd rather keep attacking and be aggressive and burn out because I'm not fit enough and need to do more work over the winter than to sit back. Anyway, 2 laps to go. Followed one attack. and then just continued it on. That guide couldn't stay with me, and it was 2 laps to go, so I just went full gas to the end, and no one, the chase behind didn't get, wasn't cohesive enough, didn't work together well enough, and I managed to win by quite a big margin in the end. So it's absolutely, like I say, over the moon. Really happy with that, to win only my 4th bike race, you know, at a 2, 3, 4 level. So you know, there were some strong guys there yesterday, so really pleased, and you know, just motivated to really push on over the winter, to be ready for the 2025 season and see what is possible out on the road. So yeah, cheers guys.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel, welcome back to a brand new video. Sorry for the lack of uploads over the last couple of weeks. Unfortunately we had a mishap with our memory card, so as I went to import the footage from the camera, it was corrupt. So that's really annoying because there was no way of recovering the footage. Luckily I'd already taken quite a lot of the clips that were on there off, such as my crafting, one of Jack's bike races. I'd already taken the footage of his latest bike race off, but we did a little bit of a renovation project in the garden. Not really a renovation, actually more of a DIY project, so I'll just bring you up to speed with that. But yeah, we actually lost all the footage, so that's really annoying. And I've contacted the people that I bought the memory card from, because it's literally like brand new, and they sent out a replacement one, but it still doesn't solve the fact that we don't have the footage. So sorry about that, but we're back now. It is the 28th of November. I've just finished work, and I am actually going to get my eyebrows laser tattoo removaled off this afternoon, so I thought it'd be fun to start the video now. So I'll quickly tell you about that, and then I'll backtrack and tell you about the DIY project. So I had my eyebrows microbladed in 2020, for anyone that cares. Anyone that doesn't, sorry, I'm just going to chew your ear off for the next couple of minutes. But had them microbladed in 2020 and loved them. Think they were, you know, thought they were great. Still think that they're great. It's so much easier. It's much better when you go to the gym. They don't obviously sweat off. You can literally roll out of bed in the morning. It's great. However, what nobody told me 5 years ago or 4 years ago was that eventually there'll be too much pigment in the skin and you have to have them lasered off to have them redone. You can't just keep getting them topped up, which is what I initially thought. Nobody actually explained to me that there are many factors that can basically dictate the longevity of them. So I had them done in 2020, I had them topped up every year since, and unfortunately there is now too much pigment in the skin that they have discoloured. And they're now more of a grey tone, and they've kind of been like that for the last year and a half, 2 years. And I actually went and saw somebody in Kent last June, just before we moved, and spoke to them about getting them topped up, and they said best thing to do is get them lasered off and start again. So at the time we were literally 2 weeks away from moving, and I said sod that, I will re-evaluate that when I'm in my new house. And here we are a year and a half later, and I finally decided enough is enough. Sorry, Jack just keeps texting me there, he's waiting for an eye test. But yeah, enough is enough, and I want to get them sorted. However, I don't know if I want them redone. So basically, when you first have them done, you can't get them sweaty, you can't get them wet, etc, etc. For mine was 10 days, but I know some of people's are like a week or 2 weeks, whatever, obviously whilst they're healing. So it's a major inconvenience in terms of obviously time that you can't do anything, you know, you can't wash your hair, you can't go to the gym, all of that stuff. But obviously then the rewards after are great. So I'm having laser done today. I had a patch test a couple of weeks ago, and you then have to wait 6 weeks in between sessions anyway. And basically depending on how they laser off depends on what happens going forwards, because I'll either be able to not have them redone or I'll have to have them redone. But the lady that I'm going to said that we could do something very sort of minimal, something that will fade out over time, because your body naturally breaks down the pigment anyway. So yeah, I will keep you updated with that, decide, you know, what I decide to do, etc, etc. So going back a couple of weeks, let me just put my phone on silent just in case those messages ping up. So I really wanted a greenhouse when we first moved into this house. However, our garden isn't very big, and unfortunately there wasn't enough space for the greenhouse. At the time when we moved in, we had a shed that was 6 foot by 8 foot on the patio, and it was kind of just plonked right in the middle of the patio. And we always knew that we weren't going to keep that shed and that we were going to incorporate a shed into our outbuilding. However, until that was obviously finished, we had to keep the shed where it was. So in the first year of living here, I grew lots of veg and stuff at my mum's, and then when we moved, I obviously transported it all over here and grew it in planters and bags and stuff like that. So going into this year, I obviously really wanted to grow more things than what I grew last year, because I was going to be here for the whole process of it. And my mum very kindly bought me one of those plastic pop-up like walk-in greenhouses, and it was great, and they are great until the wind hits. Then they rip, and it's really annoying. So unfortunately the greenhouse survived the entire summer, but then when it came to the horrible weather that we had, I want to say end of September, it was like really, really windy, it ripped the cover on the greenhouse all the way along the top. So I knew that when I took the greenhouse down at the end of last year, well, sorry, at the end of September this year, that next year I would have to look at replacing the cover or sorting a different solution. They're just not made to be exposed to the elements, and that's fine. And obviously, technically I've got 2 years out of it, but I don't like waste. So I was thinking what I could do to, one, protect my plants through the winter, because last year we had the luxury of putting them in our gym. That wasn't then a gym, it was just an outbuilding shell, so they were protected. But this year, obviously the gym is in use, and I've got all these plants that had accumulated over the last year and nowhere to put them. So I said to my mum and I said to Jack that I really wanted to build my own greenhouse, a bespoke one, purely because I didn't want it to be too big. And obviously, like, a standard sized greenhouse is quite big, and like I say, our garden's not very big and we don't really have the space. But I wanted somewhere to house my plants in the winter. So I spoke to my brother, who's a carpenter, and said, how much do you think it would cost to build one? And he said about £500. And I do not want to be spending £500 on a wooden greenhouse, or any greenhouse for that matter. So I went on to trusty Facebook Marketplace, and I managed to find a polycarbonate but aluminium framed greenhouse. It was 6 foot by 8 foot, so the same size as what our shed was. However, when I measured, I thought I could make it work, and then it would just tuck next to our gate really nicely, and that then I would use my planters that were on the patio in the greenhouse. So therefore I'm not actually taking up any more space per se, because I would just be putting the planters in the greenhouse, if you see what I mean. So a couple of weeks ago, off Jack and I toddled to get this greenhouse, and the lady we got it from maybe didn't kind of explain the condition of it very well. I asked her if all the polycarbonate panels were intact, etc, etc. And when we got there, there was a couple of them that were very brittle, and one had a hole in them, and the frame has obviously been up for a considerable number of years because it was basically rusted together. So we had to angle grind all of the nuts and bolts off just to get it apart, and I said to Jack, we will assess the situation with it when we get home, because by this point it was like 5 o'clock and dark on a Sunday. And me being impatient and impulsive, because that's just who I am, I persuaded Jack to put the greenhouse up a few days later in the dark of an evening, because I had a couple of days off a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to get it at least up to obviously put the plants in it. But unfortunately I decided that it would be a good idea to go out and buy some paint, so I painted it, but I just got Wick's own metal paint, exterior metal paint, and it, to be honest, it just didn't look very good. And what I should have done was probably sanded it all back, or just left it, because it's really not that deep. But anyway, never mind. So I painted it, and then I put as many of the panels in as I could, minus the roof, because in taking it apart we made a lot of mess on the patio. So I wanted to jet wash underneath where the greenhouse was going to go first, so that when we put the greenhouse in situ, it then wouldn't move probably ever again. So I did that, and I also assessed all of the panels to see if I needed to replace any. And I decided that I didn't, because 2 of the sides of the greenhouse were going to be covered by the fence, so I just figured any that were a little bit brittle, as long as they went into the slots and were held in place, because they'll be protected by the fence, it won't be that big of a deal. However, Storm Bernie or Bertie or Bert, whatever he was called, came along and had other ideas and ripped the polycarbonate panels out of the frame. So that was good. So Jack and I then went on a quest, and we got some wood as part of shelving from the greenhouse. So we used some of that wood to basically batten the polycarbonate panels in place to give them some structure, because obviously where they're polycarbonate they're very lightweight. And we then ran out of wood and decided that in order to finish the greenhouse we would need to buy more wood. However, we didn't need to do that, because I had a bar that I made in lockdown and I made Jack cut it down to make it into a potting bench. So we had some leftover wood from the bar that we could have used, but it's only now that I'm thinking about it that I've realised we could have used that. So off we toddled this Sunday just gone to Wickes, bought some wood, £55 later, and finished the greenhouse, and I've decided I don't like it. Classic me. So I've spent about £80 on materials on this greenhouse that was supposed to be free, and I've now decided that I don't like it and it's too big, and we're going to have to buy a 6x6 brand new one. So I'm going to be spending £500 on a greenhouse after all, but not now. So we're going to keep this one for now, because it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, which is protecting the plants in the winter. And then next year, when you can put plants outside, we will then look at getting a new greenhouse and getting rid of this one. So yeah, it will stay for the moment because it's serving its purpose. But I'm really annoyed that obviously, one, I wasted money on the paint and I wasted money on the wood as well. However, the wood is not a total waste, because I want to put an archway out the front of the house. We got out the front like 2 black fences, and there's a gap in between where there's a path that leads to our front door, and I'd like to put an arch there because I've got a star jasmine out in the back garden that's not happy where it is, because it's not sunny enough, whereas out the front it's very sunny. So I'm going to dig it up again when you're allowed to in the spring, put it in a big pot and have it climb over this arbor, arch, whatever it is that we create. So we're going to take the bits of wood off of the greenhouse that we bought new, swap them for the bits from the bar, and then put the bits that we've cut into storage in our shed probably until next year when we do our little archway, which obviously we'll have to buy some uprights for, but we can use the small bits for the slats in between, kind of like a trellis effect for this to grow up. And then obviously once the star jasmine is in flower and loving life out there, then obviously you won't even be able to see the slats anyway. So it's not a total waste, but this is a sign and this is a lesson to all of you guys. Don't be impulsive and don't make your boyfriend do things he doesn't want to do. Because Jack told me many times, let's just wait, let's just wait. But in the back of my head I'm thinking, but the frost is coming, the plants are going to die. I think our potatoes have died because they did get hit by the frost, unfortunately, because I put all of the plants in the shed in the meantime, but there wasn't enough space. So all the plants that didn't make it into the shed, I think, have got a bit of frostbite and are probably going to die. So that's really annoying because they were supposed to be our winter potatoes. So yeah, that's a bit sad, to be honest. But yeah, that is kind of bringing you up to speed with what we've been up to the last couple of weeks. I will show you the greenhouse in a second just so you can see. And I am going to have to leave in about 15-20 minutes from my eye appointment, and I'm just hoping that Jack is able to come back and take me, because where my appointment is, the parking's not very good. So, and I'm literally going to be in there for a minute. So I'm hoping that he can park outside and then wait for me, and then we can go off on our merry way. So yeah, sorry for chewing your ear off for 13 minutes, but I just thought I'd explain our absence and the plans, and we will bring you along over the next couple of days. We've got Barney until Sunday/Monday, so he will be joining us on our adventures, and Jack is going to be racing his bike in London again on Saturday. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and we'll check in with you guys soon. So here is the greenhouse, and the problem we have is the catch on the gate. You have to basically push the whole structure out the way because it won't stay where it's supposed to. So as you can see, we've done our little bit of battening, and I actually do have some more green paint left, so I could technically paint them, but basically the paler wood is the stuff that we bought, so we just need to literally swap that out for the leftover bar / pallets, and then it will be all good. Let's see if we can get in. So you see what I mean where I've painted it? It's just not the best, but it's basically a dump because all my plants are in here because I'm trying to protect them, the little babies, and this is some winter fleece that I've got. But there's the bar that's been cut down. It just needs a little bit of touch-up paint on the top of it, but that is my little potting bench. This is some staging, and I basically need to do a little bit of potting up of some plants. So yeah, that's that. I just kind of want to have a bit of an assessment because it's actually really quite cold in here, and the whole point is that the greenhouse is supposed to protect the plants from the cold. So yeah, I'm just going to have a bit of an assessment and make sure that nothing's died over the last few days. And I will also show you the change in the gym in a second. So this is the new setup in the gym. So we've moved the treadmill. The treadmill used to be here, but as you can appreciate, it's a beast. So it took up quite a lot of room, and it protruded quite far into the room. We've had a bit of a switch around. You may notice the elephant in the room. So my bike is now in here. This is my bike that I got, and it was at my mum's for a while. And this is our old sideboard that we were trying to get rid of, but we basically decided that people want everything for free. And this was really expensive. It's literally oak and it's solid, it's not flat packed. And we had a little unit in here that was about that big that we got for free from Facebook Marketplace. And in doing this little change around, it meant that we had a bit more room. So we've put our old sideboard in here. It's just full of all of our bits and bobs, all of Jack's nutrition and stuff. And we just need to have a little bit of a sort out in this one because he's had some nutrition arrive today. I've got my Boso ball, the thing. Jack's bike's still up on the wall as normal. It actually smells a bit musty in here, and I think it is Jack's trainers. So that is not good. Let me have a whiff. No, it must be these whiffy old things. God, yes, they absolutely freak. Oh my God. So yeah, this is the new setup in the gym. Prefer it. There's so much more space, although it actually doesn't take up any less or any more space. It just feels a bit more open in here. So yeah, as you can see, there's the greenhouse from this kind of angle, and that is that. And I just need to do a little bit of potting up before Jack comes to collect me in 10 minutes to go and get my eyebrows done. And I just need to locate my hair clip. Hello everybody, I am back from having my eyebrows lasered. Oh God, they've gone far more red than they were. You didn't tell me that.
Well, I haven't seen them.
Changed colour. They're really pink now. Oh my God. We're supposed to be going to the gym tonight.
Maybe a bit of rest.
No, I don't really care. Just so you all know, it really hurt. Anyway, Jack's had a delivery of some nutrition. I think I mentioned that earlier, and we are just going to organise it in our sideboard. And I thought it'd be fun to film because who doesn't love a bit of organisation? Like that is just not it. Oh, is this going in the drawers?
Well, yeah.
Oh, right, okay. I see. So, you'll have to tell me what is what if it's not obvious, yeah?
Yeah, so let's...
So what have we got here?
That'll be some... That'll be... This is from Endurance, so this is a
Training bar.
This is a team sponsor of Stolen Goat.
Are these the equivalent of the cake bars?
Yeah, I would imagine so. So this is my first time using this stuff. Yeah, we can put them in. Oh, well, let's just get stuff out and see. Obviously, we've got some of the remaining. Well, not say remaining.
I might
Obviously,
actually have one of these.
the My Protein stuff, and then I'm just working my way through my other nutrition.
And we're not just going to commit all our eggs in this one basket because I don't have to buy from the team sponsor.
Corinne doesn't have to do anything, so.
Those are gels. I want to put a bit of decor on the sideboard, so I just bought some things in to try.
We've got more gels. So they're the main flavours. So what I like about this brand is there's actually less flavour options. I think sometimes they go a bit mad with all different options. We've got different...
Juicy energy bar.
Yeah.
Is that like a beta fuel equivalent?
I imagine so, yeah.
Feels quite beta fuel.
And then we've got, yeah, so a couple of those energy bars and then lots of electrolytes, yeah. So like carb water mix,
here.
yeah.
carb water mix, gels, kind of jelly bar things, and bars.
Sport, don't we?
That's what I've been using up till now, but now, like I say, I've got a team sponsor for this year. It is only fair that I use the stuff, so looking forward to actually hopefully being able to do a bit of a review. That doesn't have to, no. Do a bit of a review on what it's like.
Sorry everybody, Jack doesn't understand the value of organisation and time lapses, but here is the after. So we've just got all the training bars, protein bars, that sort of stuff in there with the electrolytes, and then in here he's got all his gels, beta fuels, all that sort of stuff in there. And then in here I've just popped, is this carb water stuff? Yeah. And then he's got his heat bin bag there, as I like to call it, some cleaning stuff, and then the other little bits and bobs as well. And then the only other thing we're going to do, we're going to get a little picture shelf to put the spin locks and stuff on, because they're serving no purpose in there really. And then we've got that little nugget in there as well as storage, and we need to actually use half the stuff in there. So that is that, and we're just going to oil our treadmill belt because we've not done it in the 10-11 months that we've owned it. What's this? What is this, you little growler? That's it, you teach that duck a lesson. Nice to meet you. Yeah. Hello. Oh, hi. Yeah, it's so exciting, isn't it? Oh, it's so exciting. Don't eat me. Are we having some playtime? Are we? Oh, yeah, go on, you teach that duck a lesson. Oh, right, hello. Yeah, you coming to sit on my lap? Yeah. Yeah. Someone's got the zoomies, but with his toy. Oh, yeah. Go on then. Definitely not wearing the best colour for you to be doing that. Look at my leg, it's all hairy. Bunny!
So far, I think, what's the previous McDonald's Christmas menu then?
We got this duck for him from Aldi. Must have been 2 years ago now. Yeah, don't break him. Oi, Barney. Don't eat his foot off. That's it, give him kisses. Yeah, that's it. Be a nice boy. I was just out in the gym with Jack and came in and he got his duck off the chair. So cute. Oh, so cute. Yeah. Hopefully that is a good angle. It doesn't matter if you can't see me, but I am just going to be doing some wrapping of our Dunelm gifts that we got for the Christmas thing this year, basically. So yeah, just going to wrap them because we have until next weekend to deliver them, and we are going that way tonight. So figured that we would just drop them off kind of now. So yeah. I've got all my Christmas presents out here. Jack's ones I've had to hide because we're just doing a stocking this year, so I've just literally hidden those in that top drawer because I've only got a couple of bits so far. And I just need to get a couple more bits for my niece. I need to get a couple of little bits for my mum because her main present this year, she knows what it is. We're going to go to London to watch a musical because I've never done that. She definitely probably has, but I just thought it'd be quite fun. My family are very much like, my mum's not really a gift person, and I would rather buy something that is memories, so go to London, etc., make memories, then just buy her something that's just going to sit in a cupboard, basically. My mum's not ungrateful, she's very grateful, but I think like most parents, they don't like their kids spending money on them. And yeah, so my mum knows about that, so that, you know, is not going to be ruining the surprise or anything. And yeah, so basically what should I do now, because I'll just do this and I'll just kind of work my way. Hello everybody, we are back from London. Jack has raced his bike again today, and we are just making homemade pizzas. So we actually had this last weekend, but it was our first time making our own dough, so it didn't go too well, didn't film it, and we thought we'd have it again tonight and just trial a few different toppings. So I thought that I would just show you. I've just run down the stairs, so I'm a little bit out of breath. But Jack's just making our dough now. We've adjusted the quantities ever so slightly because last week they were really wet, and my one actually got really badly stuck to the bottom of the tray when we cooked it. So what have you done there, Jack?
So we've got 1.5 cups of Greek yogurt and 3 cups of, well, 2.5 cups of self-raised, like half a cup of plain flour.
Because we ran out.
Obviously it looks quite bitty, but I'm hoping when we roll it out it'll all kind of come together. In worst case scenario we just had a bit more yogurt
or maybe even
water.
milk or something, yeah.
But I think the consistency is a bit better. It doesn't feel as sticky, which is good. So we're just going to put a bit of flour on the surface.
And last week we didn't have 2 pizza trays, we only had 1 pizza tray, 1 baking tray, so we bought another pizza tray yesterday from the shop. And then I've just done our toppings. We're going to have pepper, onion, cheese, and then salami and chorizo.
We probably did a bit too much dough last week, but also too many toppings, so it's very big.
We had this, but then we also had like more pepper, and we had mushrooms, and we had olives, and we had tomatoes, I think, as well. So we're just going to cut down a little bit on the toppings, and we just thought it'd be fun, to be honest. It's really nice. It's basically a fake away, and we're doing our Christmas decorations this evening as well. So a real fun little Saturday evening. Right, so just whilst our pizza bases are cooking, we're just going to put the tree together and then fluff it out. Barney, you're literally right in the way, me old mate. Sorry to say. I obviously want a hoover underneath the tree once it's up, just because of obviously his hair. Yeah?
Yeah. You just checking that's alright?
Just quick break, back to our pizzas.
That's your one there. Careful.
Right, I need a spoon.
Hopefully, because they're slightly cooked, it will spread a bit easier.
It didn't spread badly.
No, but I mean not be as sticky, you know.
And we should try like a barbecue base.
Sorry to all my Italian friends. No one's listening, but still.
What, for this?
Yeah, I feel like it's a sin.
What, to do tomato puree?
No, barbecue bases.
Oh, really?
I think it's a
Why?
bit because it's not. They're very traditional, aren't they? It's very much like. It doesn't matter if something's nice or different. It's like you can't do that because it's not been done like that ever before. So how dare you try and do something different? Which surprises me that they're, you know, the leader in the world in many areas, because I feel like the problem is with traditions is it can sometimes hold you back, you know? You're not open to change and trying new things.
covering his in cheese.
Well, my base is a bit slightly thicker and smaller, so I've got less surface area, so I'm trying to be clever with my space.
If you want to put any there, you can.
Yeah, a little bit there.
So I don't actually know if you saw us doing what we were doing, because I think it was maybe set up a bit high. But we basically have fluffed out the bottom layer. And I'm now going to put on the second layer and fluff that out as well. Is that in? Yeah.
Okay. Is it nice?
So we've just pulled all of our branch lights. Sorry, I haven't got the main light on. Basically, the camera doesn't like the light. So, yeah, we just pulled it out, and we just said that we need to just have a bit of a rejig of our cupboards, because this will be in front of the cupboard and we won't be able to get out the switch, which will probably play over Christmas. Here they are.
So I get Corinne's out. Look at that.
Lovely. Nice Jack's one. Don't mind Strictly in the background. We're just going to put the lights on our tree. So here is the finished look. Just need to put the star on. We probably do have too many baubles on it, yes, but it's an old tree that's quite sparse, and I think that it needs all of the baubles personally.
Why not? Go a bit extra.
And we're now going to put our star on. Do you want to help me, dear?
I do. Yes.
That's my seat. Excuse me. That's my seat.
Ah, how sweet. Yours, isn't it?
Well, that's because I can't see.
There you go.
We're just straightening that up a little bit, but there is the tree, other than the tree skirt, but I'm just going to have a final little hoover and then we'll put the tree skirt on. Done.
I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it.
So I just thought I'd do a little update of what we've done so far. I didn't film it, to be honest, because I just kept changing my mind of where I wanted things to go. And I just thought I'd show you the after. So we've gone for the Santa and the gonk on the fireplace again, and the same setup here as last year, I believe, and the Santa was there as well. Hopefully Barney doesn't attack the gonk. I actually had to buy him his own because he seems to think that it's his toy. So that's a bit annoying. And then this year we actually have these shelves, which we didn't have last year, and all of these things went on our sideboard last year, but the sideboard's full of trophies. So we've put them up on our shelves, which I think looks really nice. So they're like our snowy villages, and then also some things that I've made. And then we've got the stars on the lights again, which I made. And then over here we've just got just a candle thing that was on the coffee table last year, basically. And then just this little garland on there. And then one of the table decorations that I made is just there for this year. So that's the lounge. And then the hallway so far, we've just got this little setup. So this was our old table centerpiece for the kitchen, but as you know, I've made my own. So this is kind of what we're going for in here, with the bells on the mirror again, as we had last year. And then I quite like having something on the stairs. I did this for autumn and I just think it looks quite cool. So we've gone for 2 nutcrackers on the corner of the stairs, and I think that looks quite cute. And then the only thing we didn't really have a home for this year was the reindeer, which is such a shame because it's so lovely. At the minute it's there, but actually now I'm just thinking about it, I might put it in the kitchen where I had my autumn setup, or Not sure. I'll have a play around basically, but that's kind of what we've done so far. It is 25 to 9 and we're just going to walk the dog quickly because we haven't walked him yet, and then probably call it a night unless Jack wants to start at least putting the garland up. Maybe not decorating it, but at least putting it up.
I think we could get it up. I think decoration's probably a step too far. Just from
we got a new garland this year for downstairs, and then we'll have the same one for upstairs. So yeah, that's basically it. It's a very long task, the old decorating, but yeah, it feels lovely and Christmassy and cute. Hello everyone, it is now the next day. It is Sunday because it was really late last night and we didn't do any more decorating, but this morning I spent the morning putting out our new garland. So this is from the range. I think it was about 20, maybe 30 pounds, because one of our garlands was a little bit sad, so I've basically put the two together because they were both a little bit sad, so I've intertwined them both at the top of the banisters, top of the stairs, and that is the other one. So they're ready to be decorated. My decorating helper is just drinking a coffee in there. This is, don't mind my drink, this is the new little setup in the hallway. I've just had a bit of a switch around, and then I did end up putting the reindeer up there and the Merry Christmas sign just there. And I said to Jack that I'd like to just get some battery powered Christmassy lights just to drape along the shelves in here, and maybe get some of those snowflake things to go in the windows upstairs, because I think we actually have some that go down here, don't we, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is just there. Turn Jack's trophies on because you can actually see them. And then this is the setup in here. We're just on Gonk and Santa Patrol because this monster keeps trying to steal my things, don't you? It's a horrible wet rainy day, so Barney is extremely restless, thinking that we're going out every 5 seconds.
At 6:30 this morning, and I just let him out for a wee now because I suddenly realised he hasn't been out to the toilet all day.
Yeah, so we'll probably try and walk him on our way back to Jack's parents, because we just got to decorate the tree, get food and everything ready, and then...
Obviously he's a big boy and he gets restless when he doesn't do stuff.
Yeah, and you get jealous, don't you, Barney, when we're not doing things with you, like decorating the tree and the garland. You get upset. Bunny? He's like, I literally don't care, stop talking to me, you lunatic woman. Bunny? You playing with your seagull? You playing with Mr. Seagull? You listening to me? No, he's literally like, leave me alone, you weird woman.
Right then.
Don't mind my attire that I seem to wear every single time we film, but it's just because I've been cleaning today. So hang on, do we want to... Okay, right, yeah, whatever. I was going to say, do we want to put the big ones on first?
No, I think we want to just go straight. Well, yeah, we can do if you want. You are chief decorator.
So this garland is blue and gold, because we break traditions. So I was just saying to Jack, it's a bit pants up there, we have to tweak that a little bit, but this is it. And now we've got to do the other one. So here are the two garlands that we intertwined, and we just put the icicles along the banister like we did last year. And I think that looks pretty cute if you ask me. Obviously nothing on this side because there's no point. So yeah. And all we've got to do now is just my little mini tree.
Okay.
So here is my little tree that I got from my mum's. We've just decided this year to put it up on the landing because last year I think it went in the lounge, but we've got a lot going on in the lounge and I just think that's quite cute. So that is all of our Christmas decorations, minus our outside lights. Done. I just need to hoover the stairs. I've just hoovered upstairs to get all the little green bits up, and then we will take the dog out. So we're just going to Jack's parents this evening for some dinner, and we've got to do some food prep for the week, so we'll probably leave this video here. So thank you guys for watching.
See you in the
hope
next
you guys
one.
enjoyed, and we'll see you again soon in another video.